Today, we're going to be talking about a tragedy that happened with three Kansas City Chiefs fans losing their lives, unfortunately, in what appears to be freezing to death in their buddy's backyard after a watch party of the Kansas City Chiefs versus, I believe it was the Rams. Coming right up. All right, guys, we're going to delve into this story. Now, I know that this is a Raiders channel, but this does involve the AFC West, our heated rivals of the Kansas City Chiefs. And there's a lot of speculation going around about this story. So I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in it because I have a different take than what I've seen everybody else talking about. And I'll get to that here in just a second. So let's just quickly recap what happened. On January 9th, there was a football watch party for the Kansas City Chiefs. 4 lifelong friends from high school go to this one guy's house, and then a couple of days later, 3 of the friends are found dead in the backyard, apparently frozen to death. Very, very strange circumstances. All 3 of these men are in their 30s, and here they are here. So we have Ricky Johnson, David Harrington, and Clayton McGinty. And let's just jump right into the story. And this is from Yahoo News, so we're going to take that with a grain of salt as to how accurate everything is because you just never know. But we'll check it out. So 3 men were found dead outside their friend's Kansas City, Missouri home on January 9th, 2 days after they went to watch a Chiefs game. Now loved ones are demanding answers following the weeks of what they say are inconsistent details from the men's friend and attorney surrounding the timeline of the mysterious deaths. And news of the 5th man who attended the gathering that night has fueled even more speculation among the family and friends. What happened? High school friends Clayton McGinty, 36, David Harrington, 37, and Ricky Johnson, 38, were found dead in the backyard of a rental home of their friend Jordan Willis, police said. Willis has invited them to watch the Kansas City Chiefs take on the Los Angeles Chargers. 2 days after the game, McGinty's fiance visited the house to check on him after not hearing from him and said she found a body in the back porch in Kansas City, and she called the Kansas City Police Department told Yahoo News. She called the police, and when officers arrived, they discovered 2 more dead bodies in the snow-filled backyard. Conflicting accounts of what really happened that night on January 20th. Willis's attorney, John Paserno, told local news outlet that after the game ended, the 3 men left the house and Willis went to bed. That was the last time he saw them, according to Paserno. But on January 22nd, an unidentified 5th man whose presence was not known in the earlier accounts of the case said he was also watching the game at Willis's house that night. His attorney, Andrew Tauge, said his client arrived at the house around 7 p.m. and left at midnight. The man told the Fox 4 affiliate that Willis, McGinty, and Harrington and Johnson were awake watching Jeopardy when he left the home. Do people still watch Jeopardy, let alone 3 guys or 4 guys in their 30s after watching a Chiefs game? That right there is suspicious. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. What do you think? All right, jumping in. Paserno confirmed to the news outlet that there was a 5th man at the client's house that day. Now, we're going to skip through some of this other stuff because I'm sure you've probably already heard this. I do just want to jump on something here where one of the defense attorneys, I believe, or no, it's this guy. It's another individual. Okay, so this is an attorney for the family member of Ricky Johnson. He said initially, and he's talking about the situation and why this is suspicious. He says initially he was by himself. Now there was a 5th magical person who was at the house. Ross Nigro told Fox News Digital. The fact that the story has changed significantly makes it seem unbelievable and not trustworthy whatsoever. In addition, Mr. Willis leaving the residence and hiring a criminal defense attorney, those are all signs of someone hiding something, Nigro said. Okay, this is where my take on this is drastically different from everybody else. First of all, your friends are found dead in your property. That's a pretty traumatic thing. So maybe he doesn't want to be in the house where 3 of his friends just died. Some people are a little bit, suspicious, or not suspicious, but superstitious. Maybe it just has a bad feeling about it. Maybe he has some traumatic feelings about it. Whatever the case may be, for his own mental health, he leaves. Very plausible, very reasonable for somebody to do. Part number 2. 3 people were found dead at your residence. The very first thing that you need to do is go call a lawyer. I don't care if you're innocent or guilty, you go call a lawyer. Because the police job, their only job is to put you in jail. They will lie to you, they will trick you, they will tell you all kinds of different things in order to put you in jail. And many innocent people go to jail all of the time. So if you ever have a serious interaction with police, please, I don't care what this dude says, go hire a lawyer. Because you know what doesn't matter? A cop's opinion or the public's opinion about you hiring a lawyer. The only thing that does matter is what they can hold against you in court. And if you hire a lawyer, you are much more likely not to say something stupid or get tricked into admitting to a crime you didn't do. And that's all that matters. Because at court, they're not going to sit there and say, oh, well, he hired a lawyer, so he must be guilty, because no jury's going to be like, well, what the heck? First of all, that's not even admissible in court. So go hire an attorney if you are in a situation like this guy. Now, again, the circumstances behind this is very suspicious. Clearly, there's been some admissions that they were probably drinking, consuming a bunch of alcohol, and there may have been some substances that they shouldn't have been dealing with that could have played a part in this situation. The fact that the guy it has been stated that Mr. Willis, who threw the party, then slept for like 48 hours after the party, and that's why he didn't know what was going on. Again, that's super suspicious. That doesn't mean that he did anything nefarious. It just probably kind of goes towards maybe they had some substances that they really shouldn't have, and may have consumed them, and maybe that's what knocked him out for a couple of days. And maybe that's what happened to his friends. Maybe they went outside to have a smoke after they left their friend's house in the backyard, and they had consumed some type of a substance that knocked them out. The same thing that knocked him out for 48 hours, though he's not trying to admit it, because if he provided the substances that they shouldn't have had and they die, that's a felony. And so he could go to prison for that. So maybe he's trying to just keep that quiet. What we do know is this. At this point, the autopsy has not been completed. They've done it. They're going through all of the different lab tests, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so we will know more if they had some type of substances that they shouldn't have had. And then the criminal investigators will go through their process, and his attorney will go through his process of defending him. What I do want to say is this, and this is my take, because I've seen several different takes from sports podcasters like myself, basically throwing this guy under the bus and saying that he's suspicious, he probably did it, blah, 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 blah. Lots of, rumors and stuff. And so that's the only reason why I want to jump on this, because I have a completely different take. I am American, and in America, we have a thing called innocent until proven guilty. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Raider Nation, you know what to do.
Just win, baby.